Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review, another paid request, this time from Joseph. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, reviews, topics, reactions, re-reviews, rankings, lists, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box down below the video. Now this is for Death Wish 4 The Crackdown, which Joseph had said is his favorite Death Wish film. I would say, in truthfulness, probably my second favorite. My favorite will always be Death Wish 3. I think Death Wish 3 is so over the top, so entertaining, action-packed. Kill the Giggler! I like the music. I know the music is reused from Death Wish 2, but I still love the Jimmy Page music. Down, 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 down. I always loved Death Wish 3 the most. My favorite Charles Bronson film, my favorite Death Wish film. But Death Wish 4 is a lot of fun. Once again, released by the Canon Group. This time you don't have the director who did the first 3 Death Wish films coming back. This time you have Lee Thompson. Now, Lee Thompson has worked in a lot of movies from way back in the day. I mean, from Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. I think he did the original Cape Fear. I know he did Firewalker, which is my favorite Chuck Norris film. He did other good Charles Bronson movies like Evil That Men Do and 10 to Midnight. Those would probably be my top 5 favorite Charles Bronson films. Or at least top 10. Because I know Death Wish 3 is number 1. I do like this one. I do like Evil That Men Do. 10 to Midnight is a good one. I also like Murphy's Law. But Lee Thompson, capable director for what he needs, and there's some stylish direction in this. I mean, the very beginning where you have this nightmare sequence where this lady's trying to get the car started. She looks up, there's one person. She tries it, then there's 2 people, then there's 3 people, and the way it's backlit, and in this nightmare scene, there's these like long, sort of wide angles being used to give a bit of a not quite reality feel to it. Who the fuck are you? Death. I thought that was a cool moment for, you don't have Charles Bronson enter, call himself Death. That would work. But he shoots the 3 guys. He turns one guy over. It's him. And then he has a nightmare from that. Really, that's the furthest it gets into the psyche of Paul Kersey. But this is an action movie first and foremost, not a character piece. It's a canon film, and I like canon films. I grew up with canon films. They get made fun of a lot, but to me, they made crowd pleaser movies. And whether it be American Ninja 1 and 2, whether it be films of Chuck Norris like Firewalker, King Solomon's Mines, which I think Lee Thompson did that as well with Richard Chamberlain. Even the Over the Top. Granted, Warner Brothers did this, but Canon was a little bit involved with Cobra. At least Golden and Globus. Again, I think they made a lot of crowd-pleasing movies. Whenever I saw that logo, I'm like, yeah, I'm watching Cyborg, I'm watching... I was always a fan of them. And then pretty much the gist of the story is that he has a new lady friend, new girlfriend. She has a daughter. The daughter is actually the girl Audrey from National Lampoon's Vacation, the original. Clark Griswold, Chevy Chase's daughter. The original Audrey. So she's in this one. But sadly, she's in the midst of drugs, overdoses on crack cocaine. The mom is a reporter, tries to look into this, and Charles Bronson's pissed. He tries to find out what the fuck happened, who gave her the drugs, chases one guy who tries to shoot him, but Paul Kersey is like, fuck that, shoots him. And I do think Lee Thompson definitely knows how to handle action. The movie does go at a good, fast pace. It doesn't stall too many times. It definitely gives a bang for your buck. I mean, you get a finale and a roller rink with Charles Bronson has a machine gun with a grenade launcher attached. He's either before in the garage blowing up cars and vans, or in the roller rink shooting up bad guys. It definitely goes at a fast up pace that you don't have to wait too long for an action sequence. Yes, Charles Bronson is fairly old, but in a way, my friend Effrey said this, and he's right. He said Liam Neeson is pretty much doing what Charles Bronson was doing back then. Like the way Liam Neeson tries to do action films now, even though he's very old. Like, I guess you could say Liam Neeson is the modern equivalent of a Charles Bronson. In a way, yeah, because you look at his series of action films. Trying to think. I mean, I will say this, Charles Bronson is making better movies at his old age at this time than fucking Arnold and Sly are in their old age. I'll take a Death Wish 3 and 4. I wish Stallone did a Death Wish 3 and 4 type of movie. So pretty much he gets hired by this millionaire played by John P. Ryan. John P. Ryan's an actor I do enjoy. I recognize him. He was in the It's Alive movies, at least the first two, as the father. He was in Avenging Force. He was in, what was the movie? Delta Force 2. He's been a decent amount of stuff, and he plays a good, eventually you find out he's the villain. He hires him to take out the drug cartel. And then what they try to do is Bronson does a little bit of Yojimbo, a little bit of A Fistful of Dollars, or Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis, where he plays off both sides, so eventually one will kill the other and vice versa. And that's pretty much kind of, Charles Bronson's almost a hitman. Kills this person, kills that person, playing both sides. And this one, he kills a group of people with a bomb attached to a wine bottle. And here he goes to a video rental place, which, funny enough, like in the corner when he's walking in to the back, there's like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 standee, which was a canon film. And he's fighting with Uzis, and I guess when you look at this, what are you looking for? If you're looking for a deep plot and story, is that the case? And even the writer, if you look up info, the writer said he knew he was supposed to make just a mindless action film. So he would write a script, but he would put in these action beats because he knew that's what Canon wanted. And you know what? That's fine, because that's kind of what, when I go into a Death Wish 4, I kind of want a mindless action film. Sometimes you just, if I go into a McDonald's, I want the McDonald's. I don't want the 5-star steak. I went to the McDonald's for a reason. Canon Films is kind of McDonald's. You go into it, you know what you want, and you get your enjoyment. And people can make fun of you, you should not do that. Well, it's my body, it's my life. This is what I want to enjoy myself with. Now, there are two tops on the case. One is Soon Tech Go, who is the villain in Missing in Action 2 The Beginning. So it was cool to see Soon Tech Go in another movie. I found it funny that the music, a lot of the music is just reusing music from Missing in Action and Invasion USA. I guess because they did the score and they realized we want more of an action score. So wait, just steal the music from Invasion USA and then steal the music from Missing in Action. It's good music. I like the music in them, but I'm like, I mean, yeah, Death Wish 3 stole music from Death Wish 2, but at least it stole music from its own franchise, so I don't call it stealing. Like, if you hear the Indiana Jones theme in Last Crusade, you don't say, oh, they stole music from Raiders of the Lost Ark. No, it's part of... So at least, like, the Jimmy Page music in Death Wish 3 is still part of the Death Wish group and franchise. Here, it's like, okay, I like the music, but it's just music from Invasion USA and Missing in Action, so it doesn't really have its own... I like the opening credit music is pretty lame to me. Like, the opening credit music For a little bit, sounds like it's trying to be a lame version of the Untouchables theme. Or something. So, the original music left a lot to be desired. Which I think they knew too. That's why they reused better music from other movies. Because Invasion USA and Missing Action do have good music. And I think there's the same composer, Jay Chataway, I believe. I think he did both of them. Because they were both Joseph Zito. And so I think that it was Jay Chataway. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But I don't know whose label is the composer here. But if Jay Chataway didn't get paid or didn't get a co-credit, he should sue somebody. And there's other recognizable people in the cast. You see in the background. Danny Trejo makes a brief appearance for a couple minutes. He's one of the guys that get blown up by the wine bottle bomb. Mitch Pileggi, before Shocker, before being Skinner, the assistant director of the FBI and the X-Files, A.D. Skinner. He's here as a worker who Charles Bronson beats up. I'm like, oh shit, that's Mitch Pileggi, and oh shit, there's Soon-Tek Go, oh shit, there's Danny Trejo. And there's a couple other, I recognize the actor. He's like a villain in other stuff, but I don't remember his name. And at the very least, if you don't have this kind of film, have a fast pace. So again, once Charles Bronson gets on his mission, it doesn't take him too long. I mean, I don't know if you needed the cop subplot, to be perfectly honest. Just spoiler, you find out Soon-Tek Go is a turncoat, a bad guy, dirty cop, so Charles Bronson has to kill him because self-defense. The other cop doesn't realize his partner was dirty, so he goes after Charles Bronson's character. And it doesn't really lead up to anything. There's a point he has Charles Bronson, gunpoint. By this point, Charles Bronson's lady friend, his girlfriend, has been taken. He knocks the cop out. The cop doesn't... It's not like Death Wish 3, where the cop decides to help and join Paul Kersey and helps him out. And they become a team. Which I thought that was cool in Death Wish 3. As over the top and unrealistic as it is, it's a lot of fucking fun. Here, the cop subplot, you could take that out and not much would change. It kind of would just stall. If anything stalled the plot, it was that. Because it'd be these two guys talking to the chief about the vigilante or another crime scene. Or again, it was cool to see Soon-Tek Go. And maybe if the other guy was the dirty cop and Soon-Tek Go was the clean cop and he had a bit more to do acting-wise, I would let it go, because I like Soon-Tek Go. It was nice to see him in there, but no, he was the bad guy. And it just made it seem as if it was superfluous. It was kind of unneeded. Because by the end, the guy's like, I'll shoot Paul. Do what you need to do, and then the cop doesn't shoot. So it kind of, you didn't really need it. I don't think you really needed it. It didn't really bring anything essential to the proceedings. It's like, well, we've had cops in the other Death Wish films, so we gotta have cops in this one. Sorry about that edit. I had to do something real quick, but I think I was saying, like, some people may go, oh, well, Charles Bronson's too old to do this stuff. Is it believable? But it's Charles Bronson. Charles Bronson is a badass. So, with Charles Bronson being a badass, yeah, I'll buy it. I'll buy it for $1. I'll buy it for a penny. You know, there's a little brawl in a hotel room. There's taking on bad guys with an Uzi at this, not a fish market, but kind of place that people deal with fish, but they also deal with drugs. And at least J. Lee Thompson keeps the pace going so it doesn't get too boring. The finale, you get grenade launcher fun. I like that the location is a roller rink. It's very, different. And there's like an arcade. So you have Charles Bronson shooting up bad guys near arcade machines. Arcade machines alone are fairly nostalgic, and you have an action scene around there. And like when people clear out and Charles Bronson's walking, the way it's like really foggy or really smoky or wherever it is, and it gave a little bit of atmosphere to the roller rink setting. And I thought Lee Thompson accomplished that fairly well. Now, I will say one of the issues I have with the film is the way it ends. So, super spoilers. The way it ends is... Granted, I kind of give credit... Many times in movies, a bad guy will say, if you get closer, I'll shoot. But they don't end up doing it, and then it makes you go, well, why did you warn them in the first place? Why didn't you shoot the person? Why didn't you do this? Well, that's different in this. He does shoot and kill the girl, and even tells Kersey, I warned you, Kersey. I warned you. I said I would kill her. And then Charles Bronson shoots a grenade, blows up John P. Ryan. But Charles Bronson did get the lady killed. I mean, John P. Ryan is right. Paul Kersey got the lady killed. And it kind of, for me, makes Paul Kersey look like an idiot. Look like a moron. Like, the guy warned you he was going to kill her. He warned you he was going to shoot her. Then he does shoot her. Then you're surprised that the bad guy shot her when he warned you. And you blow up the guy in a fun fashion. Right, you shoot the grenade. It's a dummy. But maybe nowadays it'd be deemed a little bit laughable. Because you tell it's a dummy standing there. But it's fun. But I don't think you needed to kill off the girl. In my opinion, I think it would work better if you didn't kill off the girl. Maybe the girl won't... Just have him have the girl, the reporter, and they walk off, and there's that. I guess they felt the need that every Death Wish movie he has to go off by himself. It's not the case. I mean, you could say this might as well have been the last Death Wish movie, because I'm not a fan of Death Wish 5. I know other people are. I think Death Wish 5 was a step too far in terms of, okay, Charles Bronson being fairly old, I'll deal with it. At Death Wish 5, I just thought it was stretching a bit too thin for me. Actually, Death Wish 1 and 5 are my least favorite. The ones I like are Death Wish 2, 3, and 4. 3 being my favorite. This being my second favorite because it's a fast-paced, entertaining action film. Well, Charles Bronson being a badass. I did all the recognizable actors like Danny Trejo and John P. Ryan and other stuff. It's cool to see. Mitch Pileggi. But yeah, I do like the roller rink action finale and blowing up cars with a grenade launcher in the parking, the garage. Parking garage. I don't think you needed to kill the lady off. Like I said, it just made Paul Kersey look like an idiot. Look like a failure. I guess they want to do something different. They give credit to that. But I don't think it was a different that was really needed for Death Wish 4. It's Death Wish 4. I don't think you need it. I'm like, Paul Kersey, you fucked up. You got this lady killed. And even the bad guy warned you, and you still got her killed. So, you fucked up, Paul. You fucked up. Obviously, no, he didn't do it on purpose. But it's like, That's one of the reasons why I would put Death Wish 3 above this. Number one, because Death Wish 3 felt like it had even more action. And the whole New York, fucking war that goes on. It's like a giant fucking war. And the whole finale. It's so outrageous. I love it. And then again, the Jimmy Page music. I think Death Wish 3 will always be my favorite Death Wish film. But this one is still a fun movie. If you like 80s action films, if you like 80s mindless shoot-em-ups, if you like Charles Bronson, And from what I understand, when this came out on VHS, I think it was the most popular VHS of all the Death Wish movies. Which is surprising. I thought it would be Death Wish 3, but I guess Death Wish 4 was the most popular on home video. I wonder why. Because again, I assumed it would be Death Wish 3 for its craziness, but I wonder if it's one of those things like people saw Death Wish 3 and went, oh shit, and then we gotta go see the next one. See how crazier this movie is. Because sometimes that does happen, that people love the previous one so much, the next one sells even more. Like video game wise, like Resident Evil 4 was such a big hit, people loved it. Like Resident Evil 5 was even bigger. It's like, oh man, we love Resident Evil 4. Let's see what Resident Evil 5 is about. So with that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we will see you guys in the next video. Later. Bye-bye.